Yo, this is Regal with TrashPandaPolitics. Today I thought it would be a good time to cover the great independent nation of Taiwan's development of their semiconductor industry, or more specifically, why it was both a geopolitical masterstroke and nightmare. You see, in Taiwan there was a company founded known as Taiwan's Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, or TSMC. And this company, as we speak, has a near global monopoly on the world's smallest semiconductor industry that is so valuable to modern society, it has anointed the company as the essential crown jewel of Taiwan. Instead of going with the easier process in manufacturing larger semiconductors, TSMC instead chose to go the route of perfecting how to make the smallest, most difficult semiconductors currently in existence. This would go on to be seen as an ingenious move, as Taiwan, through TSMC, would transform the small island nation off the coast of China into the center of the world's attention. When political philosopher Thomas Sowell was asked,
"What advice would you give a young Thomas Sowell? How do you make something of yourself as an African American in America today?"
he responded with,
"The way anybody else would. You equip yourself with skills that people are willing to pay for."
Now I think this advice rings true not only for people on a personal level, but also for nations on a global level. Taiwan quite literally equipped itself with the skills that the rest of the world was willing to pay for. This made it an imperative ally to have on your side if you wanted access to their high-end semiconductor industry. These high-end semiconductors can be found in many things, from electronic devices to military hardware, making them imperative for any modern society to have access to. And by now, I imagine you're starting to get the idea why exactly I said this was a geopolitical masterstroke, because the most lucrative nation with the best military, the United States of America, had now taken Taiwan under its wing, making Taiwan essentially a protectorate whose protector was the biggest and baddest guy on the block. But what made it a geopolitical nightmare? Well, my friends, that's where China comes into the picture. Now, China and Taiwan's disputes go back to the Chinese Communist Revolution, when the Republic of China had to flee to the island of Taiwan off of the coast of mainland China. Now, there are many disputes and even more arguments to be had regarding China and Taiwan's historical relationship up until this point. However, I believe that the single thing that will most likely trigger an attempted Chinese invasion of Taiwan is China's need for these high-end semiconductors and to have control over TSMC. I know that the South China Sea dispute with the 9-dash line, the global posturing around the One China policy, and even Chinese declining birth rates are all potential triggers for this conflict as well. But I do believe it is Taiwan's semiconductor manufacturing company that will be the ultimate goal in mind for China if they were to invade Taiwan. Having control over what is basically a monopoly of the top-end semiconductors in the world will give China the power to refuse trade with nations that they are at conflict with, and an opportunity to finally catch up in military technology to the United States of America. It could be China's one chance to not only get ahead, but take a sizable lead on the United States in this field, which in the modern world of 1.5 superpowers would probably leave them as a superpower and a half. Anyway, that's all I got for this one. Shout out to Taiwan and fuck the CCP. This has been Regal with TrashPandaPolitics, signing out.